Hey, I'm Marc. Recently I made a making of series for the 4 music videos that I shot and directed for Tegan and Sara, and I thought it would be wise to top that off with a music video that I shot and directed for Arkells featuring Tegan and Sara.
Now you think that every word I said was made up.
The song is called Teenage Tears and was shot in Vancouver, British Columbia at a mall called Kingsgate Mall. It currently has just over 250,000 views on YouTube and was released just over a year ago. I'll leave a link in the description for you to check it out either now or. The cool thing about this video is that we got to shoot in an empty mall after it closed and we only had a few hours to do so. Plus, what's interesting is I didn't know what I was gonna do until the morning of the video.
All I wanna do is hold you, feel you in the middle of the night.
And another cool thing about this video is, like a lot of the videos I've made recently, is that I basically wear a bunch of hats. I'm directing it, I'm shooting it, and I edit the videos as well. And this video was shot the same day I directed Faded Like a Feeling, actually the same night. We shot Faded Like a Feeling after sunset, and then went right to the mall to film this music video. So for some context, a little backstory, we knew we were gonna film this video at a mall. We just didn't know which mall. And it was a matter of trying to secure a mall in Vancouver while we were in Toronto. And without knowing what mall we were gonna shoot at, it made it difficult to plan for the video because I didn't know if there was gonna be escalators and elevators and a food court and water features or anything else. So it was kind of hard to kind of pre-visualize. And again, I only figured out how we were going to execute it the morning of the video. So in my hotel room, I drafted up my latest text edit version of the video where I wrote out exactly what I saw per section. In the lobby of the hotel, I saw Max. I showed him my phone. I pitched him the concept. He just kind of listened to the song and read off the screen. And he was like, amazing, I love it.
Now you cleared out all your stuff with your dad and a moving truck.
So we didn't have a lot of time to pull this video off and we needed to be like really nimble and quick with our setups. So the Gaffer, Corey, and best boy Marc built a sky panel on a stand with wheels. And that's basically how we were able to like push this sky panel around into the various areas in the mall.
Like I was coasting on your love for years.
Every song has some kind of structure. I often try to mimic or complement that musical structure visually. So with this song, there's a structure to it that kind of like duplicates and can fit right on top of each other. So basically the song opens with the instrumental section and then there's Max's verse and like pre-chorus. And then the song kind of repeats with the same instrumental section as the opening and then has Tegan and Sara's verse and pre-chorus. So visually, they match. So I try to mimic that visually. Static shots, then static shots of the artists, then a single moving shot, bringing them to the center of the mall.
Like I was coasting on your love for years.
It was actually a last minute decision to just have a bench in the middle of the mall. Originally, the idea was to have a piano. And Max would go to a piano and then Tegan and Sara would join him. But it was a late decision, but I think the right one. So I wanted all these little vignette shots to just be like cool static photographs, like cool little static, interesting odd frames. And for this shot right here, my reference was from Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, a shot of Scott and Ramona when they first meet.
Yeah, that's amazing.
I'll leave you alone forever now.
So when Tegan and Sara finally land on the bench with Max, there's another section where they basically sing together. If I just come off of a slow single shot, it's always nice to kind of balance that with a bunch of cuts to keep that part visually different and distinct.
Something that you need to know.
I think it was Max or Ash's or Tegan and Sara's idea, I forget now, it was a year ago. But the idea to have somebody disappear or like fade in or fade out or some kind of like disappearing, appearing visual. Well, after that highly edited section, it goes back to just Max. So it made a lot of sense to have Tegan and Sara disappear. So a little insider Easter egg. It's kind of an error on my part. I originally, on this wide shot right here, I wanted Tegan and Sara to kind of walk away from this frame.
3, 2, 1.
But unfortunately, I'm doing that same thing later in the video. So I actually masked them out. I just like cut them out of this shot rather than have them walk away. And you can see a shadow on Max's face right there. That is Sara getting up and walking away. Yeah, so a little Easter egg.
Now you think that every word I said was made up.
So this orbiting shot was difficult, but I'm happy with the end result. The whole thing was to start with the wide shot, push in, and then have Tegan and Sara sit down so that when I pull back, I reveal that they're sitting there and then do one big orbit around while the sky panel is following me behind me. So this orbit isn't as perfectly smooth and beautiful as I wish it was, but all things considered, I'm happy with it. I'm just walking around as stable as I can with my gimbal. I'm sure if I had a cart or something with like soft wheels, I could have pulled that off even better, but I'm happy with it.
Teenage tears.
To end the video, I wanted it to feel kind of nostalgic and almost somber. The song is called Teenage Tears. Teenage years or something that's like usually in the past, and these things kind of fade away. We try to hold on to them, but we can't because we just can't. So we end the video with this kind of ghosting effect where the mall stays as it is, but we're no longer there. They're no longer there. So that's the end of the video. That's the end of this video.